Miri zaidi.
Thank you very much, Davis Maria, who is in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, following up on Taifa Stars and other teams that are in Group B. Remember, action resumes in Group B on Wednesday. We'll be following it up to see how Tanzania performs ahead, or probably if they get a win, of course, they increase their chances of getting into the quarterfinals. Team KTN Sports look good. It's unfortunate that the Uganda Cranes lost their opening match, but the Desert Foxes were the better side. Looking forward to great analysis of Chan. Great job, guys. Now, Cedric Mzumba, let's roll it back to the opening match of the tournament. That was Tanzania taking on Burkina Faso. 2-0 was the final score. We saw Faye Toto run the show.
Probably some of us who have followed this particular team, and also given to the fact that they actually been growing to and coming of age, and to the mere fact that they were hosting this particular tournament, we expected such kind of, given the caliber of the kind of clubs that they literally celebrate of right now. And we talked about Yanga. You see actually what Yanga has been performing at the Continental Showpiece. We talk about the Simba. These are the players actually who are coming from the same player. And the other factor that people should actually be considering is the essence that the player, the majority, like 50% of the players that are really presenting the Tanzanian team, their players have been playing for Tanzania under different levels of tournaments. Africa Cup of Nations, some of the Faye Toto that we are really talking about, they were there. We'll come back to Kenya. Kenya actually has some few players who has graced Africa Cup of Nations. So as to say, that continuation of really bringing in aspect of football, taking them into a better environment, and not really necessarily forgetting that before this tournament, they went all the way to Egypt to train. Them actually speaking that when they are coming back to Egypt, they say that whatever we saw against Burkina Faso was just a drop in an ocean. They are yet to release their better part of them, which we are still waiting for. See, is this the Zambia, the Tanzania that we are being told that did not actually show up against Burkina Faso? Maybe there's something that they are really keeping, there are some cards that they are really keeping into their pockets. Come to the next match, they will be playing a different kind of soccer.
Thank you very much, Cedric Mzumba, on your thoughts on how Tanzania performed yesterday. Now let's take a look at the other, on Saturday rather, let's take a look at the other results from yesterday. And Roger Sishtemi, I want your input in this, because you are at the Nyayo National Stadium when Morocco took on Angola, and 2-0 was the final score. What did you make of that performance from Morocco, having in mind that they have that tag of one of the best teams that we have in the continent?
They missed the 2021 edition in Algeria after winning this tournament back-to-back. And they've come here with a big statement, and looking how they are just tactically gifted, they are technically gifted, they are just a superior side compared to Angola, because they were just waiting the moment and then hit on the counter-attack. Compared to the Angolan side, they are physically good, they have the endurance, but now looking at the Moroccan side, the Atlas Lion, definitely the likes of Raya, the likes of Luneda, those are players who have already shown that indeed they can perform at the top level. And looking at that performance, they have already said a big statement to the likes of Kenya, the likes of DRC and Zambia. This group, they have to top it for them to maybe play their game in Nairobi. That means indeed, if Harambee Stars don't top the group, they'll have to and finish second, they'll have to travel to Dar es Salaam for their quarter-final. But typically speaking, Morocco remain the favorite because they have the energy, the athleticism, they can control the tempo and decide as and when to release that ball. Because looking at their flanks, that is 7 and 11, they always try to come back and try to join the defense when it's required, and immediately they get the ball, they go on the flanks, and the person try to make those runs. They should definitely their captain, and at the same time the youngster Riai, who scored the first goal.
Very interesting. Do you think Kenya stands a chance against the two teams, Angola and Morocco?
It is a tall order. It is a tall order because it was a quite entertaining game. It's end to end. Compared to the Moroccan, they were clinical because whenever they got the chance, they used it. And the Angolan side, they were just flashing their lines. So if indeed they meet Kenya, Angola, their strength is in the midfield. They're so composed and solid. But now they are finishing lines down that let them down. But on the Kenyan side, we were struggling to string those passes and also maybe settle when it is required. Save for Austin moments, I think we struggle on most of the occasion. And that's something the Angolan and the Moroccan will capitalize on taking advantage of the counterattacks. Because you look at the Kenyan side, the fullbacks, they were not actually at their level best.
I know you'll have more to speak on Wednesday, when we'll be analyzing Kenya versus Angola that will be played on Thursday. But now, let's go to Hassan Juma and get to hear if he has any feedback on what Kenyans have to say about, the question that he had asked on, how far do you think Kenya will go in CHAN 2025?
A lot of feedback, Robinson Kenya. Imagine Harambee Stars watafika finals, ingawaje ni ngumu, but ninaomba hivyo tu, pamoja tunaweza. I don't see Harambee Stars progressing to the group stages with that type of game they played against Congo unless they change their tactics. I'm Robert Guada, following keenly from Belgium. Thank you, Robert Guada. I don't see Harambee Stars. That is Robert Guada's message. Imagine Harambee Stars watafika messages ni nyingi hapa. Yani leo ni kazi rahisi hapa. Dan Karaoke nimekuona, ni boy wa Baringo. Kenya tamaliza number 3 kwa group. Morocco, Angola from Henry, the Guns, hashtag the Guns. CHAN 24 Kenya tutafika finals. Mtu wa Mrima kuna kitu yote hapo?
Wacha mimi niingie kwa Facebook, Standard Digital. There is Nicholas Wade saying they'll bring the cup. Ibrahim Ngowa says as long as they don't meet Algeria. Pia ni kusonga mbele round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, kwenda mbele. They are skilled match tournament. My view is they will do better if they improve in momentum. Will make them move better. Hope they watched how Algerian have been playing against Uganda. I think that's the match that ended just some few minutes ago. That's Godfrey Haemba. And then on WhatsApp, we have Jamlek. Jamlek anasema, Jamlek, a super proud Kenyan from Samburu, anasema, so far so good for Team Kenya. However, I have observed that the 1 million shilling motivation has both its advantage and drawbacks. While it has inspired our boys, it has also introduced visible pressure on their performance. That's Jamlek. Anasema, in football, the best way to defend is to keep attacking. Let's continue supporting the team with encouragement and build up. Wacha nisome ingine moja. Augustine from Matu says game yao iko chini. And then Bati Hector from Kitale, Kenya. In Kenya, we need a reliable system of tapping talents from high school to national team. Otherwise, the start not bad. Hongera Team Kenya. Those are just some of the messages.
Baraka, huyu ni jamaa wangu ananiuziauzia nyama, anasema hakuna mahali wanaenda. Huyu Baraka ni Mtanzania wajua, kwa hivyo kwa hivyo
sasa anasema sisi hakuna mahali tunaenda.
Na ako kwetu na ananiuzia nyama. Robi,
ni kama utaachana na kununua nyama.
Yes, now, of course, after that, I want to quickly run through the group standings of Group A and Group B. Remember, Kenya is in Group A. So let's quickly take a look at how those two groups look like at the moment. Group A, Morocco has 3 points. Kenya has 3 points. And then Zambia yet to play a match. 0 DR Congo is there after conceding 1. And Angola, after conceding 2, is bottom in Group A. In Group B, of course, you have... This is still Group A. Let's take a look at Group B. And in Group B, of course, Tanzania is the top team after getting 1 point. And then after Tanzania, 3 points after playing 1 match, they have 3 points. And then Madagascar, Mauritania have a point each after drawing yesterday in that barren draw. And then Burkina Faso is the bottom place, the team in Group B. Now, tomorrow we have 2 fixtures on the cards. 2 fixtures on the cards, and it's in Group D. Congo will be facing Sudan. Senegal will be taking on Nigeria. Senegal, Nigeria, briefly, looks very interesting.
That's a crack of a game because we are defending champion. Remember, Nigeria also, they have been playing to a very deep end in this particular tournaments, and they are actually out there to mark their lost glory. The Nigeria 1994, the Rashidi Yakine, the JJ Okocha, is what actually they have been praying harder to give birth to another Nigeria that can go ahead and give them accolades. I think that particular game is going to be a crack of the game.
Eshtemi, Congo, Sudan?
I think Congo are coming here with an intention. Remember, DR Congo lost. So it's all a matter of trying to bragging rights. Their neighbor lost, so for them, they need to beat Sudan. But you remember, Sudan have a very strong league. Their team have been performing so well in the continental events.
Who's winning?
I'll put my money on Sudan.
Sedo, who's winning here?
Congo.
Congo. Senegal, Nigeria, who's winning Sedo?
Senegal.
Shtemi?
Senegal.
Senegal. Well, of course, the gentlemen have given their predictions on tomorrow's fixtures. That is Congo versus Sudan, and Senegal will be taking on Nigeria. It's action in Group D. Remember, today's biggest upset was in Group C, where Uganda, the hosts, were given a beating by Algeria, and 3-0 was the final score in that fixture. But that is where we wrap it up here on the Chan 24, the analysis show. Thank you very much, Cedric Musumba. Thank you very much, Roger Seshtemi. And we'll be seeing you again tomorrow. Hassan Juma, over to you.
Shaka, karaoke? Kuaga?
Bila shaka lazima niwaage, niseme uwe na usiku mwema. Kesho pia ni siku tapiga kazi hapa.
Tutakuwa hapa kila siku Jumatatu hadi Ijumaa midaya hii tu time, au sio? Saa 4 hadi saa 5. Chan 24, the analysis show. Mimi ni wako Hassan Juma. Shabash.